Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black. What up, people? How you doing? It's your man, Tim Black. Welcome to Tim Black at Night. Wow, people. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yes. Okay. Hope you're doing pretty good. Give it up to my people on Facebook Live. What's up, Facebook Live? How you feeling? Didn't expect to see me? What's happening? Oh, yeah, that's good. What's up? How you doing? What's up to my people on YouTube? YouTube people in the house? I don't feel right without my my soundboard. It's starting. It died, so we're charging it. And after that, we'll have the full effect. So how's everybody's Thursday going? Everybody ready for Friday? I know I am. You ready for Friday, Facebook? You guys ready for Friday? I hope so. Check it out, guys. Now, look. Today is special. It's special because, here we go. It's on. Here we go. Check it out. Today is special because I'm launching something new tonight. This is an idea that was given to me by Iron Man Oz. Suggestion, right? He said, Tim Black, won't you have a night where you just go over mail? Go over mail, messages, whatever that people send in, because not everybody wants to call into a show, Some people are better at writing, right? Some people like to write stuff. And some people like to see certain messages. So I said, hey, that's a good idea, And tonight just so happens, I'm like, you know what? Let's go with that tonight. Let's do that tonight. Let's make tonight Tim's Blacklist. Feel me? Good idea. I mean, and what I'm going to do, because some of these messages, right? Like some of them I'm reading for the first time. Give me a good opportunity to go through like my older messages, like try to catch up and kind of like see what's going on. You know what I mean? So just know, guys, you can send me mail. This is what you do so I don't miss it. If it's for the show, put letter to Tim Black in the subject. So that way I'll be able to search for it. I'll just put search for letter for Tim Black, letter to Tim Black, or letter Tim Black. As long as it has letter and Tim Black in it, I'll search for it. Letter to Tim Black. And that way it'll all come up in my results. And I'll print them out. And once a week, I'll try to do it once a week. We'll just do this, which is giving back. You know what I mean? And look, I'm not going to take personal what's in this letter. You might. If you wrote it, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be good, okay? Another thing about this, right? I'm not going to include names, all right? For you to get your name mentioned, you have to mention my name. Because that way it's anonymous unless you say something, right? So I don't want to put anybody on the spot, especially this go around, because you may not even know that's what I was going to do. All right. Oh, I'm in trouble now, Tim Black. I'm in trouble. All right. No, you're not in trouble. Just from going forward, if you want to be included, put the thing. Okay, so my first letter is from a friend. This is on, I'm just going to say it from a friend. Hi, Tim. I'm not sure where in Maryland you live, but I was wondering if you ever have live audiences for your broadcast. I have been downtown to Sealing Camp, and I tried to get tickets when I knew you were going to be there. An equivalent by Fecta. Okay, I like this. I give it up for the positive, starting good. Right? It's on a good note to start out with. Yeah. Children of the Cornbread in the house. Momo, what's up, man? All right. Okay, so she wants to know, do I do live shows? I do live shows, but you'd have to live in my house to know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, lady. And this is a woman. That's I shouldn't even say that. I guess I should. It may be important in certain letters. No, I don't have a studio. I wish I had a studio. One day I'm gonna have a studio, and that's one of the things we want to do. Like we've been talking about it. Me and Justin. Justin and I have been talking about this for a while. It's like, man, to have a live audience, to do it live. That's the thing. I do it live, but it's even more fun with an audience because you get to play off of them. I love spontaneity. I love doing things off the cuff. All my speeches, I killed it in people. People said I did a great job in Philly. I didn't write that down. I just did it. Both speeches, all 3 speeches I gave in Philly were from here. So I love that stuff. I live for it. But thank you for that letter, my friend. That was very cool of you. Next letter. Wow, Tim. Saddened about your decision on the YouTube thing. I have always thought that you had the best chat happening. Man, we loyal followers on YouTube tonight are bummed out. I guess there is always Facebook, but it just isn't the same. Oh, man, give it up for my friend here. Give it up for my friend here. It's for my friend. This I responded to already. Bruh, the chat hasn't gone anywhere. I didn't shut down chat. I know some shows don't have chat available. All I did was say, we're not going to have moderators, right? It just got too sticky. I decided that moderation is not what I want the business to be in the business of. I don't want to be in the business of policing people's comments, whether they be against me or for me. Either way, I don't want to get into that. It's a gray area. If people start hate speeching, tell on them. Tell the YouTube police. Just be like, 911, YouTube police, all right? Because that's a choice I made. It's a choice I made based on experience of doing this for quite some time. And I feel, for my show, I don't want to moderate it. Now, I hope that doesn't mean you'll stop chatting unless you want to, So give it up for my friend asking that good question. A lot of people wanted to know that. Like, Tim, is the chat over with? Facebook people, you don't know, but the chat on YouTube chat rooms are notoriously bad, right? On some channels, they're like unlivable. Our chat has always been pretty good. It's been stellar, for the most part. But, we have our problems too. It's just, so, they're going to miss that part. But they're not going to miss it unless they stop doing it. All right, next letter. Hey, Tim. Kenneth Mejia is running for the 2017 congressional election for California District 34 in Los Angeles. If you haven't recently, please have him on your show. He's trying to jumpstart fundraising for his campaign. Thanks and continued success. Okay, give it up for that. Give it up for that. That's kind of gives me a mixed feeling about this letter. I don't bring people on my show just for them to raise money. I know some people have used me for that reason. I hope that's not the only reason why people come on my show, just so that they can raise money. That sounds a little bad. You didn't give me any reason to bring him on except he's running. Like, what does he stand for? What's great about the guy? Is he a great guest, first of all? Is he going to be funny? Or is he going to be entertaining? Or is he going to be insightful? Is he going to be passionate? Does he have a fan base? Will his fans watch the show? Like, give me a reason other than to make him money. That's not a reason for me. That's a reason for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's good for him. Why is it good for me and my audience? Your audience will love him. That would be a good thing to say. Am I, does that make sense to y'all? I get this type of stuff a lot, by the way. Do this for somebody. You got to do this for them. I'm like, why? Why? I wonder if people write like, Jank. Then they say, Jank, bring this person on. It'll help them. I wonder if they do that. When you look, when you ask somebody to do something for someone else, give them a reason to do it. Give them a reason. And if you ask someone to do something for you, Give them a reason to do it. All right, give it up for this person writing this letter so we can all understand what win-win is. Let's say go for win-win, win-win, win-win. And the worst thing about letters like that and requests like that, if you don't agree to them, they say you're a bad guy. But you just heard what I said. It makes sense. Give a person a reason to do something besides how much you benefit someone else. You would think that's the way to do it. It's like, that's a natural thing. But if I don't agree to it, all of a sudden I'm not cool, I'm not down, I'm not real. It gets really messed up, Tim won't just do stuff for people for free that helps them. They don't do that in anywhere else in life. Do they go around to people and just say, do this for this person? Anyway, all right, next one. Okay, this one's long. This one's long as hell. I don't know if I can read this whole thing. All right. The title is Some Thoughts from a Listener Down Under. All right, we're going to this. It's got a lot of thoughts, guys. This is a page and a third. Page and a third of text, and the type is small, so this is long. I'm gonna get through as much as possible. Let me try to power through this thing right here, people. I am from down under, Australia. Congratulations on your, what's the opposite of a Pyrrhic victory? A Leonidic defeat? No fan of Trump, but recognize he's not a complete monster, unlike Godzilla. Godzilla, get it? He's talking about Hillary Clinton. You call Hillary Clinton Godzilla. It's cool. Let me just say, all around the globe, the people were not looking forward to a Clinton victory. Really? We expected it, but damn, we are glad it didn't happen. Given how my country follows yours around like a good little lapdog, quite a few of us have been paying attention to the outcome. We would have been even more screwed by TPP than you guys. But of course, our major party signed on as good little globalist shills, despite the people's objections. Basically, they're trying to turn Australia into American Light, while you guys are trying to be more like Australia. Single payer, healthcare, proper welfare, net, 15 minimum wage. FYI, our dollar is a bit down at the moment, but our minimum wage is $18 Australian. And basic welfare is $260 a week. Just to rub it in, we've all had those things since the 80s. So I have to roll my eyes when Bernie Sanders goes on about record levels of poverty, violence, and incarceration, then calls America the greatest country in the world. We can't help but think people who say that haven't actually experienced any other culture. Don't get me wrong, you guys have some really cool stuff going on in some ways, but in others, it's like you're living in the Stone Age. Give it up for that, living in the Stone Age in some ways. Yeah. Hey, man, everybody's got an opinion. I've noticed how a lot of Republicans suggest if you provide a solid welfare net, people will just sit around and mooch off the state. In fact, whereas only 7% of Americans are self-employed, here the number is 21%. Even though welfare is of unlimited duration, and you don't need unemployment insurance to collect it. Our crime, murder, and incarceration rates are all 4 times lower per capita. So it seems for every dollar you put into welfare, you save 2 on crime and punishment. In addition to a yearly full-time minimum wage of $32,000 for the first $18,000 anyone makes is tax-free. Hold on, let me read that. In addition to a yearly full-time minimum wage of $32,000, the first $18,000 anyone makes is tax-free.
Let me just say I am reserving judgment until all the facts come out.
Where's the bad stuff? Like, I'm jealous, man. I'm seriously jealous. I don't know what to say. Jesus. I think if you make over $5,000, you got to pay taxes here. I don't know what you would do in a year that only makes you $5,000, but whatever it is, you need to stop doing it. All right. There are a number of things about Australia you might find interesting that are relevant to your current situation. Example, I saw you interview Jill Stein in which she mentioned ranked choice voting. We have that for all levels of government. Man, he just wrote to piss me off. That's why he wrote. He wrote to rub it in. Hey, Tim Black, don't you wish you lived in Australia, Tim Black? Everything's good about Australia. They got ranked choice voting. So that way you're never scared to vote for your lesser evil or your greater evil or to vote for what you really want. You get trapped in that stuff because you know that if that person doesn't win, your second choice gets to choose, be selected. So all the fear is gone, guys. All the fear is gone, Facebook, YouTube. It's no more fear. I need to write down where I am. This is too good. This is great stuff, man. Down under. Okay, back to Jill Stein. Okay. But here in his look, it says, we've had that for all levels of government, but here it's referred to as preferences. We also elect 12 senators per state via proportional representation, so minority parties almost always hold the balance of power. About 1/3 of voters here avoid the major parties and the number steadily increasing. We don't have proposition, which sucks, and voting is compulsory, which also sucks. $20 fine if you don't vote. $20 you got to pay the state if you don't vote in Australia. That's right. You got to pay. You got to pay not to kid, Colin. You only register once when you turn 18. One time, huh? One time. You ain't got to keep registering. But they said David Cobb was a jackass. What is David talking about? We don't need no recount. Our elections are fine. You hear this? This is what they've been doing. It's not new. For years. Register one time. No one falls off the voting rolls. If you don't vote, they fine you. They don't lock you up, threaten you, because they say your name looks similar to somebody who voted in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They lock you up if you don't vote. Well, they fine you if you don't vote. All right. You're registered for life, and there is no party affiliation. No one need to ask you what you are. I'm whoever I want to choose to vote for. That's who I am. I support who I support. Ain't no Democrat or Republican. It don't matter what you are, because you vote for the person, whoever you think is best. There's no party affiliation. None of that, well, Dems can't vote now. Republicans can't vote now. Independents can't vote now. Get what I'm saying? Make sure you change your party affiliation. So this is amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I need to go to Australia just to find out. Check it out for myself. All right. All elections are held on Saturdays. This gets better. It just keeps getting better and better. All elections are held on Saturdays. What an idea. What a monumental thought, right? They actually want you to vote. You understand what I'm saying? They actually want you to vote in Australia, Facebook, YouTube. They want you to vote. You know why? Because they do it on a day off. That's why. They do it at your convenience. Because they know 70% of the country is not working. That's smack dab in the middle of the week. Man, are you trying to make my high blood pressure be higher? Is that what you're trying to do, bro? Is there ever going to be a point in this letter where you make me feel good for being here with our system? You know? You want to, be buddies? Just over there drinking I don't know, what are they drinking in Australia? Drinking Australian beer and laughing at me the whole time. Just what else? Whatever great things that he has to tell me about that he gets to enjoy that I don't. Most election funding is public and given to any group which gets more than 4% of the vote. Well, here we go. He throws us a little crumb. Here goes a crumb. Cronyism still exists, but it's more of a secret old boys club rather than paid industry lobbyists. I guess you can't, you got to have that. You got to have old guys. Hey, man, I know you. You know me, right? Remember that week? Remember that week back in 92? Remember what you did? Yeah, remember that? I remember. I bet your wife don't want to find out about that. Now, how's about you and I come to a deal? You mean like that? Or they just golf together so they feel like they owe each other favors? Oh, Margaret be having a soiree this weekend. Won't you come by, you and the missus, for some scrumpets? We don't have a president and therefore no veto. Our House Majority Leader is the head of the government, known as the Prime Minister. We recently faced a sucky choice between a conservative Turnbull, personality-wise, a lot like Hillary, and the leftist Shorten, a lot like Bush. You mean this one or this one? Which Bush was it? Don't get me wrong, both are bad. You know what I'm saying? Just wondering which one you're talking about. Jeb. He always looks shocked. Like, Jeb, opening remarks, he's like, he's always, America, I was thinking, America's not like that. It's just whiny. He's a rich bastard. Why does he whine so much and play victim? George W. Bush, he never was victim type. He created victims, but he didn't play a victim. Got pissed off a lot. I like that better, frankly. Didn't say I liked his policies. Just saying. All right, man. We did have a female prime minister a few years ago. Goodness gracious. This guy's just batting like 1,000, man. Is he ever going to miss? You know what I'm saying? Keep the game interesting. It's like Australia 76, America 2. You know what I mean? Now you're going to tell me you legalize prostitution and marijuana, right? This is over. All right. What else? Yada, 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 yada. We had a female prime minister a few years ago called Julia Gillard. She was elected after promising repeatedly that she would never, ever introduce a carbon tax. First thing she did in office, introduced the highest carbon tax in the world. That sounds like, yeah, okay, thank you. Sounds a little bit like America now. I'm going to bring the troops home. We'll bring them all home. We're going to close Guantanamo. And America, we're gonna right the wrongs of the past, and we're gonna stick by the natives, the indigenous peoples, and then go right back on all that. And I had to go back on everything I just said, just all of it. We're gonna lock up the people who destroyed our economy. We're gonna stand up for the working man. We're gonna get in bed with the pharmaceutical companies in Wall Street. Oh, did I say that out loud? Michelle, shit, help me out. You know when to tell me to shut up. You know how to make me shut up, baby. Come on, darling. You know how to make me shut up. All right, what else? They called her Julier. Her name was Gillard. They call her Julier. Gillier. Then running for re-election, she kept trying to reinvent herself, claiming multiple times, "Now you're going to get the real Julia." Julia. I get it now. Julia was her name. They called her Julia was her name. They called her Julia. And now she kept saying, "You're going to get the real Julia," much like Clinton. That's what he said. He said, "Much like Clinton." Much like Clinton. Next election, landslide to the opposition. That's it, baby. Landslide to the opposition. This is great. This is great, man. You guys are getting a geography or a history lesson or a international political affairs lesson while watching the Tim Black show. I thought it was going to be a bunch of letters like, "Tim Black, take your coffee cup and shove it up your butt. Tim Black." I thought it was going to be some letters like that. But no, I get this. Everything about Australia, but you never wanted to ask. I still didn't buy the honey. Well, I ran out of honey. Oh, man. What a day. What a day. What a day, people. Okay. So he says, next election, landslide to the opposition. So, yeah, women in power are no different to men in power. And his example was Julia. Names have somewhat different meanings here. The Democrats were our first third party, a non-aligned Senate-only party whose official motto was keeping the bastards honest. I love that, man. Keep the bastards honest.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Keep the bastards honest is their motto. Man, they're not as politically correct as us, are they? They could just say that. They could use bastard in a, tagline for a campaign, y'all. Facebook, you hear what I'm saying? This is crazy. What else? They acted as a check on the major parties and polled just over 10%. They were obliterated after they sided with the government to create a much-hated universal sales tax, the GST, and have not won a seat since. The Greens collected most of their voters and replaced them as the third force. They remain sort of the third party, but they have mostly aligned with our leftist party, Labor. That's just sad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? How you going to call yourselves? How's your motto going to be? Keep the bastards honest, and then you lie. You know? Then you lie. You know, like you totally betray the people. Stuff like that. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Our main conservative party is ironically called the Liberals, who are in a permanent coalition with the Third World Party, the Nationalists. Why all the Nationalists live in the same places? Our Nationalists live mostly in rural places, too. So collectively, they're referred to as the coalition. So at least in the House, we effectively have a two-party. Okay, this is getting boring. Come on, man, get to the good stuff. Lately, get to some more of the good stuff. This has been great. Seriously, this has been kick ass. I love this. Lately, our Green Party has been becoming the less popular due to their prioritizing social justice cause, celebs over environmentalism, and animal welfare, plus their support of the carbon tax. Thus, they are often referred to as watermelons. I need something for that. What's wrong with watermelon, man? Watermelon is tasty. I had watermelon and what kind of pork was that? Pork belly? Watermelon or something? It had something. It's just, it pairs well with a lot of stuff. Like summer. You know? So explain yourself on the watermelon. A, thin layer of green on the outside, but red, commie, through to the core. See, their references don't even mean what ours mean. A thin layer of green on the outside, but red, commie, through to the core. Now we get down to it. They hate the communists. Okay, the Green movement here is mirroring the DNC's problem. Basically, a bunch of well-paid semi-elites, top 10% of income earners, living in affluent neighborhoods, preaching how the naughty poor people are ruining the earth. They refuse to listen to feedback and logical argument, insisting there was a coming green wave and they were going to sweep into balance of power in the Senate. Instead, we ended up with what they have basically called a basket of deplorables, as they lost significant ground by ignoring condescending assholes. The parallels between what happened here in the tactics, the attitude, the manipulation of language, the insulting of opponents, and the outcome are undeniable. So in addition to "we told you so," you can add "it happened before" over there. Hope some of that information proves useful to you. I have a whole bunch of other rants, but I'll leave that for another time. Keep up the good work. From Down Under. I love this guy. I love this guy, man. This guy's great. Great. Jesus, man. You know, the world is so big and there's so many issues. And just the parallels. Wow. You know, the problem with our Democrats, some of it's true, like they do blame. It's like the Democrats blame Republicans. It's like liberals. Let's go with ideologies, not groups, okay? Liberals blame conservatives, saying they're closed-minded and racist and homophobic and Islamophobic. And the conservatives say liberals are elitist, PC, politically correct, crybabies, right? And we just found out crooked, right? Right? But I think both sides got some crooked in their parties or whatever. My thing is, both of them miss it, right? Because in my opinion, the way I see it, they both blame each other for problems created by the establishment. You know, if you're blaming inner city people and Muslims and gays and Mexicans for all your problems, you totally missed the boat. Like, they don't create the system. They just live in it. It's like someone smacks you upside the head and then they point over there, you know. And you go and you jump on them. You know? The same thing with the liberals. Liberals think the problems is, all because of conservatives, but they don't realize that everything in the movies, the messages that are given to those people make them have these thoughts, because most of them don't know any Muslims, or a lot of them don't know any Mexicans or blacks. Not really. And they get their messages from where? The establishment. And in their movies and in their media. And who runs their media? You. You run their media. Don't you get it? So you're mad at them for the same people that work with you, the elites within your group, who teach them that crap that they hate you for. Or hate these people for. You realize how diabolical it is? It's like you don't like them for believing the message your people sent out for them to believe, to make them not like these people. Every movie that has, how many movies have positive black characters in them? Who you think runs rap? Why you think it's all gangster? I remember when it was positive. I remember De La Soul. I remember positive rap. I remember good stuff. I remember stuff when it was fun. I remember up, life down, and life got flipped, turned upside down, and I like to say correction, just sit right here. Let me tell you how it became the time of the Bel Air. Doom, 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 doom. And West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where, I remember that. To the hip, hop, the hippity to the hippity. It wasn't to the shoot, the B, and kill, the N, and then we did the business to sell crack. And then we put that wasn't what it was about, man. So, thank you. What I'm saying is, all those systems are mostly run by liberal types. The movies, the shows, all that. That's propaganda, man. You don't realize that's propaganda? Facebook, tell them it's propaganda. And these people over here who don't have access to those people because they live in places, don't have a lot of them, they think that's it. They go, oh, see, there it is. There it is, right there. That's it. And what makes it even worse is all these people, the liberal people, in the inner cities, most of those cities are run by who? The worst ones are run by who? People who are liberal. There you go. Rahm Emanuel, may I rest my case. That Bama closed more schools and mental health facilities and laid off public sector workers and what else did he do? The bastard. I mean, he just the worst crime rate, the worst death rate, the worst gun rate, violence, everything under Democrat. Chicago, not Philly. Philly's bad too, but Chicago. I rest my case. And you think the problem is down here with these people's thoughts. Like, their thoughts are bad. Their thoughts are bad. All right. So anyway, give it up once again for my man from the Down Under. Thank you, sir. God, that was good. A lot of people don't know what... Wow. Thank you. I like how this starts off. Thank you. I am so impressed with those. Let me... What the hell? All right, let me try to read this. Wow. Thank you. I am so impressed with those. I don't know what this is about. Let me tell you this. Bish Musus. Y'all know they're the ones wrapped around the hing points. I have been passing by that cow ever since I seen first headline, Mr. Interview will check it now. My dude, the hell are you talking about? Seriously. Well, that pic of the little Trump man that came up yesterday, I think, couldn't pass again. Yeah, no, she just won't go on day. I never gave a millisecond of thought, and bam, there she F was. So anyway, read the clips, and to my overwhelming joy, there's Mr. Black. I thank you, Tim, for the awesome lift. I so needed it. It should pull down an Emmy. I will tap onto your site daily. I do want you to know that I can blame senility for my not catching on sooner. For real. No joke, right? No joke. And you ain't playing about that. Blame senility. He's right. I give you that. 63 and ticking. Slow but steady. Okay, Tim, with you in the truth. Give it up for this crazy letter. I like this. I like it. The first half, I didn't know what the heck you were talking about, bruh. I'm just keeping it real with you. I don't even know what a bish musul is. A bish musul. Bish muscle? I don't know what that is, man. This part here, something about Trump, midget Trump. I don't know. Trump's kind of tall. I don't know. He's tall, right? I'm trying to wrap my. I don't know. But the part about me getting the Emmy, I like that part. You know. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Here goes. Now, this I know who this is from, but I'm going to keep that to myself. This I did read and respond to. This one I know about, and I want to read this to you. Just a very quick note on pedophilia. Always a great topic to discuss on the Tim Black Show. We love to brighten your day and make you feel all good inside. All right. Just a quick note on pedophilia. I fully support your skepticism on Pizzagate. But please understand, I've had direct contact with a couple of these disgusting people. Their threats and sheer evilness was dripping from every threatening email they sent me. The one guy was raping his own very young children. The mother was hiding with them somewhere in Europe. Protects pedophiles to the point where unless you're in the act, you cannot say anything or else you'll end up in jail. Edward Heath, conservative PM of England in the 70s, is now surfacing as a pedophile. He's dead now, but the investigation is heating up. 55 soccer clubs in the UK are now being investigated for pedophilic activities with their youth programs. Facebook's screwing up, guys. Unfortunately, unsubstantiated stories like Pizzagate actually provide more cover for those who are pedophiles. But they are real, Tim. And they seem to congregate around the rich and powerful who are able to manipulate the police, judiciary, media, and politicians. Keep well. Wow. It's funny how my Facebook went out just as I was reading that part. You can reconnect now. The story's over, Facebook. Facebook, look, guys, while I was reading a part of, I don't even want to say the name again because it's just mysterious, so you guys went out. I don't know if you could hear that. It said it was trying to reconnect. Like, guys, I'm over here talking. You see my hands? I'm over here talking. My Facebook is right here, guys. Right? All of a sudden, YouTube, Facebook goes out while I'm on that last story. What's that about? You know what I mean? Now, I'm not trying to say I'm paranoid. I don't want to be overly paranoid or whatever, but just seemed kind of strange, right? Like all the other stories about beach muscles and do people favors and, and get an Emmy, Tim, and, Australia, fine. But got to that one story, and all of a sudden my Facebook goes out. And once I stopped talking about it, what happened? Came back, didn't it? That's why I'm a children of the cornbread, baby. They can't take my cornbread. I know when something's going on. I know when something's going on, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Children of the cornbread. Children of the cornbread. Bastards. Well, look, guys, that's all the letters I have. That's, what I would like to do, I would like to have the conversation about children, about these horrific acts, but I would like to do that in the context of, let's just look at it from a broader perspective, right? Let's just talk about it, and let's talk about what's happening to children in this world, in this country specifically, and let's just have that conversation. Let's really turn up the notch, turn up the heat on these pedophiles, these screwballs. You know what I mean? Let's turn up the heat on them. But I don't want to do it by saying these people are involved in it, because I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But because I care about children, I'd like to talk about it anyway. So you could say, I don't know what you think of that, right? I don't know if your idea is to bring down Hillary. It's not my sole intention of existence. It's not. It's just truth. So the truth is, this is happening to children. The truth is, I have a platform. The truth is, somebody contact me who would like to come on and discuss what's going on with trafficking, what's going on in these households, what's the underground network. Let's shed some light on these people. And let's not sensationalize it with talk of Hillary and Podesta and all this other stuff. Because the conversation needs to be had. And yeah, I saw Stephen Colbert making fun of it on his show. But Stephen Colbert is a lot more funny than I thought he was. He was pretty funny. And he made fun of Alex Jones, which is great for Alex Jones. Do you guys realize that all of the people that we laughed at, like thought they were like kooky, they're going to do really well over the next 4 years. They are going to be super successful. Oh, yeah, they're going to blow up. They're going to go through the charts. Alex is going to be he's going to be as big as TYT when his 4 years is up. Do you understand that? He's going to pass them up. Oh, man, look, today it bothered me today. Susan Sarandon sent out a tweet. And you guys know Susan Sarandon, she's tweeted some of my stuff. I've supported her. I've tweeted her. One of my first videos, guys, I ever did that went viral on Facebook. First one, Susan Sarandon retweeted it, reposted it to her community. And I've tried to get her on the show a couple of times, and I've been unsuccessful. But she's a very busy lady. She's got a career, she's got a life. She's in all over the country doing great things. But today she tweeted something about TYT. She was like, TYT is the hope of our next 4 years, the hope of America or something. And she said, support independent media. Cenk Uygur. And I'm like, it just crushed me, man, like in a way. It's like, gosh, man, this guy threw Bernie under the bus, who you championed for, Susan, and then went directly to Hillary and shielded for her for as long as he possibly could. And now that she lost, now he's attacking the Democrats. And he's attacking Trump. He's like doing both. It's like he plays all angles. And he's so big, he can have one person, he have like a good guy like Jimmy Dore do something so he can stay legitimate by having Jimmy Dore do the right stuff or having Jordan Sheridan do some right stuff. And then he can just keep on playing the game. Because he's got more people where he can do that. And he can have other people say things, and he can continue to do what he needs to do for business. But it's just bad because, there's so many other real independent media out there that has no ties to any other, like, big organizations who didn't work for, like, MSNBC or CNN or Al Jazeera or Fusion or anything like that. And we're grinded, and we just stay on principle. We don't play the game. We don't shift because of who is winning or who we think might win, But those are the people that get the support. It's just bad, But the truth is, one tweet is not going to change your life. I had to look at it in perspective. It's just that I know she knows I know she knows what I do. She knows what a lot of people do. But that's who people are. If you are attaching your hopes in the Cenk Uygur, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Now, I do know. I think that's a bad move because as soon as the ship sails or changes and the wind blows, he going to blow. The best predictor of future activity is past activity. That's all you got to go on is what they've already done. So that pissed me off. But I guess when you have more people, like, you have Jordan, you have Jimmy Dore, and there's probably some other good people too that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I guess you can, you have room to play around a little bit because you got other people, but still. I can't. It is what it is. Then I did a tweet, guys. Roseanne Barr, she put out a tweet. She was telling people about pizza. And she said, Facebook's still there. She made this crazy comment. She's like, you should look up these people about pizza or something and, they got some good information. Yeah, every once in a while they're going to say some hate Jewish stuff or something, hateful Jewish stuff. But just ignore that. They're just doing that to pay their bills or something, to keep their funding. I'm like, what? What? Roseanne Barr is Jewish, right? I'm like, even if she wasn't, it'd even be worse, but it's still bad. Like, how you going to say, well, hey, this is a great site. It's great. You should check it out. It's got great recipes. You just ignore the Ku Klux Klan stuff, They're just doing that to pay the bills. You know what I mean? Like that's not a justification. And why are you spreading that stuff just because you think, look, they got this one thing I like, but all the rest, ignore, the child, child pornography, ignore, spousal abuse that they advocate, ignore that stuff. Oh, that's, just look past that. But they have the best reviews on cars. Oh, man, yeah, man, they'll tell you what kind of car to buy, exactly how much mileage you should have on it, based on the year, what you get is a trade-in allowance, the best miles per gallon. Like, they do a great rundown. They're like the Edmonds of the KKK or the Edmonds of women beating, It's like, this doesn't make any sense. And it's like, you tweet that, and you are a celebrity. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Yeah, it's just stuff that happened to me today. It's like, so that's like left me like, man, what is going on with this world, man? People are crazy. We got people that, it's like, man, people are just, I don't, and I'm not saying I don't screw up. I screw up all the time, But like that, oh, don't mind the child abuse parts of their website. Just, they're advocating for child abuse. Don't worry about that. Look at the weather. They got great weather reports. You're gonna love the weather reports there. They're really spot on when it comes to telling you what the weather's gonna be tomorrow. That child abuse stuff, just ignore it. They're just doing it to make money. They just make money off of it. That's all. It's just money. Lady, your brain needs an enema. What is wrong with you? No wonder why Dick Arnold left you, man. God gracious. We thought he was the bad one. No, you are spooky. You have some problems. Really, that's not how you calibrate stuff. It's not like, they've got the best. That they got some great information there about cooling and electric heating systems. They also cook dogs, but ignore the dog cooking recipes and graphic novels of dog cooking and videos of it. Just look at the cooling units. Oh man, they can tell you the inside of the combustible chambers of how to keep the upkeep and how to keep the repair guy away, and they're really good at that. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous. She is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. Yeah. But see, if I would have done that, if I did something equivalent to that, you know how many black people would come for me? You know what I'm saying? They would just be like, Tim Black, like a lot of, they would be right. Don't get me wrong, they would be right. I'm just saying it's a double standard. Roseanne Barr can make that statement and no Jewish people come for her at all. You know what I'm saying? I make a statement like, David Duke has some good points or something. They would be like, what? Crazy. I would never say that. I'm just saying. It's like, I don't know. Everyone says that, Jewish people run Hollywood. She's still working. Look what she do. Look at this. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I would never tweet that. You know what I'm saying? I would never recommend. She's recommending it to her followers. Go to the anti-Semitic website. But it's okay because I'm a Semite. I'm Jewish. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna get off that. It's getting creepy, Tim. All right, guys. Tomorrow is Freedom Friday. You know what that is. You know what it means. Come on, guys. Come on. You get 5 minutes to say whatever you want. Now you don't have to use the whole 5 minutes. Maybe it's want to call up and say, Tim, go to hell. Click up. That's cool too. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But I would prefer for you to go make a video saying it, because that helps me. So, yeah, call in tomorrow night between 9 and I guess like 11 and just, get it in and have a good time and enjoy it. It's great great way to, really kick off your weekend, get stuff off your chest. Maybe your friends are tired of hearing you complain about our political system or complain about crime or whatever you complain about. You complain about stuff. Well, call up. We love to hear it. We love to hear you complain. That's what we do on Friday. But you can call up with good stuff, too. Fun stuff works, too. If you want to call up, you just hit the lottery. I know my man, who was it? KG, he got a new job, said Circuit City was coming back. I still remember that because it was the only positive comment of the night. So call in with good stuff, too. You got a new job or got a baby on the way or, or you're not having a baby. That might be good, too. Or something like that. That might be cool. Call the show tomorrow, y'all, and just, speak your mind, keep it real. All right? All right. So I hope the chat room is not horrible. I hope you guys are able to still chat if that's something you like to do. Facebook, I hope that you're able to join us in the chat sometime. It's still a chat room, man. We still got great people there, man. It's still Tim Black's Wolfpack. It's still family. It's still family. Even if it's changed, it's still what it is. All right? And we don't always got to see eye to eye, but we can refuse to damage each other's eyes, We ain't got to poke out each other's eyes just because we don't see eye to eye, okay? All right? I'm Tim Black. I love you. Thank you for having my back. Thank you for having my six. I got yours. You know that. Shout out to my man, Bass. How low can you go? Don't work too hard, bro. I love you and my whole crew. Everyone for holding me down. I appreciate you. You know who you are. I know who you are and what you are. And you are a star, baby. And like I always say,
nobody take no cornbread from me.
Don't you let nobody take your cornbread. And we are out of here. First edition of Tim's Blacklist. Oh, don't forget to send your letters to be read on this show. In the subject, put Tim. Letters to Tim Black. Tim Black letter or letters to Tim Black. Letter to Tim Black. I'm going to search for letters for Tim Black so I can add you to the list and read you out to the world. Peace.
Tim Black. Tim Black.
I ain't falling for
Tim
no banana in my
Black.
tailpipe.
Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
Hello, people.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Facebook, you are the best. Thank you so much. YouTube, I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to get your coffee with Tim Black at Tim Black TV. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. It's great. I'm out.